You were talking about feedback with real people on ground, plane and wherever you go. One is that feedback. How do you compare that to social media feedback?
Compliments or criticism, you can't take it to your head because or you will be in serious danger of mental health.
Yeah. We've seen people start in the south and then this is the other way. Would you like to, is it a space you would like to explore?
First time working with Nag Chaitanya and Vikram and everybody. It was a great experience.
You know, like when I saw the teaser of Bhayaji, I feel like, oh, this is a Manoj Bajpayee film.
Right.
That's what you mean, that, you know, people should relate to it that way?
This is one thing also, a new thing that Manoj Bajpayee has tried.
Season 2 mein wo sab hai, you know, do you like, or just one just jumps into it just because season 1 hit ho gaya, so let's do a season 2?
With this particular film, I will say that with Silence 2, to add to everything Sir said, absolutely right. Where the math is concerned, yes, the numbers play such a big role.
Prachi, Manoj, welcome to Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
You know, OTT platforms इतने आ गए हैं, options इतने हैं, menu में खोलो तो इतना कुछ है देखने के लिए. Is that one? People say that's a good thing. Choice is always a good thing, but that is also competition, right? Like, you know, कहीं कोई show गुम नहीं हो जाए इतने crowd में. So platforms will come to you with a show and season 2s. What is your idea of saying yes to a season 2?
First of all, the fact that it has been liked, it's been viewed by the number of people, a number which even film people can't achieve. Let's be, you know, that's the fact. The head counts of a super hit film and head counts of a, you know, super successful show or a film, original film, is far bigger, far bigger. So that becomes a what do you call, encouraging force for me.
Right.
Those many people have seen this a particular film or a particular show, and channel is quite gung-ho about it. The platform wants to invest a little more into it because the platforms are always in touch with their viewers. They are always collecting data and they are doing their service. They are getting all kind of messages. It's their research, their R&D that we get excited by. And also, if there is a successful original film or a series, it's you always find out. I mean, nobody can fool you with numbers.
Right.
If you're going to the airport or going in a public place, you always come across many people who are going to remind you that either you were part of a good show or good film or not. So that is something, and they don't mince words. You know this. They are so upfront. If you're sitting in say business class, and they will make sure that they will come from the last row. They will request the air hostess. They will come to you. They will compliment you for one film, but also they will say, "Please sir, wo wala mat kijiyega."
You just say it directly.
So the excitement comes from all of these things, from the datas, from the responses that we get or the platforms get, and if the audience wants to see more of those characters, more of that kind of a story, why not?
Right, why not? But you know, one is getting work is great. 2 is doing the right work is something else. So season 2 mein wo sab hai, you know, do you like, or just one just jumps into it just because season 1 hit ho gaya, so let's do a season 2?
All of these factors definitely play in. There are these personal reasons where you're so comfortable with the team and you are waiting to, you know, join them again and work with them again.
Right.
With this particular film, I will say that with Silence 2, to add to everything Sir said, absolutely right. Where the math is concerned, yes, the numbers play such a big role because the audience is waiting for it or they're asking you for one more. That in itself is a testament that this is something that you must do for them.
Right.
Of course, as long as the script is great and it's right. But in this one, because this is so subject based, and it's not because किसी ने एक larger than life role लिखा है जो film लोगों को बहुत पसंद आई, and maybe you know Manoj sir is playing like a fictional character or like a superhero character जो बहुत पसंद आई, and because of that वो hit हो गई तो अब हमें दूसरी बनानी है. This one, it is subject based. We are solving crimes or cases there is scope for it,
Yeah.
you know,
To go
from
on,
every way. We can solve n number of cases, and I
Right.
think that works in our favor really well, because when Aban wrote the first one, she never thought you know, jaise usually web series you leave an open end
Right,
there,
yeah.
you do close it, but there is not a complete closure. There is an open end there जहाँ पे scope है कि आप season 2 आ सकती है या 3 आ सकती है. In this one it was ये case है और ये हम solve करेंगे, but then we realized that this is a team. ये they can be solving so many more crimes and so many more cases. I think that really worked for us.
Right. You know, Manoj, you were talking about feedback with real people on ground, plane, and wherever you go. One is that feedback. How do you compare that to social media feedback?
You know, social media is what it is. You know, I personally take it with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Okay. Compliments or criticism,
Okay.
you can't take it to your head, because you know, or you will be in serious danger of mental health.
Yeah.
You can't if you really want to stay sane and healthy. What is very important, and I know it happened to me gradually, and when I stopped taking compliments also very seriously, which has really helped me a great deal, I would say. You have to really filter it, everything. The criticism also, you should exactly know where it's coming from, and even the appreciation, you should exactly know where it is coming from and why it's coming from.
Okay.
It's a genuine one, and if you really want to do well, want to have a longer career, I would say that just be calm, don't get excited, you know, analyze everything, you know. It will be very good, because I'm here for a longer run.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm here for a longer run, I can't get carried away.
Yeah.
I can't take everything very seriously. I have to exactly know the reasons behind it. If I know the reasons behind it, I'll better myself, I'll correct myself. Even if it is a compliment, I'll correct myself. Yeah.
This comes with time, or were you always like that?
Okay, no, I think I always could find out whether it's just for the heck of it or not. I always could find out. A compliment like, "Arey tum to bahut achhe ho, tum to kar hi loge," that's a sign of a danger for me. You know, that's a red flag.
Right.
You know, I know, yaar, tum to bahut great actor ho. You know, that's why we've taken you. No. That's a red flag. It's a danger. I can't believe in it. I have to know as to why this project is being offered to me, the reason behind it. Because actor has always been the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have always been acting, you know, including my theatre days. I have always been very sincere, very hardworking. What is changing? What is changing? Manoj Bajpayee as an actor is not changing. Something else is changing, and I have to know exactly what's changing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So when I know it, I'm not getting carried away, and I'm choosing it right.
Right. Ajay, you know, these are great things to hear. One, when suppose you know, on the release day you open social media, there's so many compliments. You're looking pretty. This was nice. That was nice. How does one not get carried away? What is your procedure?
You know, I have to say that as great as you're made to feel, there is always a leveler. You know, that's just how the law of nature is. Whether it's going to be the same people coming back and saying something to you the next time they don't like, or whether it is you know, you getting feedback on maybe a film that wasn't you were not so great in, or the film wasn't so great in.
Right.
It's never that everything is riding so high and up and great, because we see it with the best of the people. They may be doing such great work and such great films, but somewhere, something, people will always be writing or saying, which is not the best, you know, and honestly, which nobody should be saying to anybody.
Right, true.
The only thing is that with social media, you know, earlier our only medium to the audience was the work,
Right.
and then of course through press, through media. Now, because everybody can write to you directly, it's very personal, and I think that's not the nicest. I don't think that we would ever talk to somebody like that in person, but people feel feel like they can write that to somebody. I
Right.
don't think in my life I've, in my school, growing up or with friends or anything, I don't think I've ever heard
Heard
somebody say things.
talk like that.
Yeah, directly to anybody, but they feel free to write
Right,
that.
right.
I feel like yes, it's best to be able to filter that out for your own sanity.
True. Manoj, who would have thought that TV and newspaper and radio was one-way communication?
Right.
Who would have thought that a two-way communication will open, but that won't be a nice thing?
Yeah, because now, see what happens that empowerment is very good. You know, giving power in the hands of the people is very good. It's a good idea. It's a very utopian
Concept
idea.
अच्छा
It's a
है.
concept बहुत कमाल है. But you know, there comes
Responsibility.
the responsibility. But tell me how many people are responsible
Yeah,
with that kind of a power?
True.
The abuse is very inevitable.
Yeah,
Very, very inevitable.
True.
That when we talk about that, I think it is about how you are as a person and that responsibility to be, to know that I need to center myself first.
Right.
And nobody
Very
else
important.
matters.
Right.
That's when you realize that I don't need to say something to another which is unpleasant. Spend that time on yourself. I think that we are not doing. I mean,
Right.
that's
right.
just.
You were talking about this red flag that but आपके इतने कॉन्टैक्ट्स है, हर फिल्म मेकर प्रोड्यूसर आपको जानते हैं. When they come with this कि आप तो कर ही लोगे, what do you do then?
I say no, man. I really have to work hard.
Yeah, how do you?
No, I really have to work hard. Yes, you are right that I'm experienced. Yes, you are right that I have done theatre.
Yeah.
But at no point in my life I could feel or be easy with any project that I have been part of. It doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy to anyone, to her, to me, to Bakar, or to anyone, to any other actor in this world. To say that, sir, आप तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, आप तो कर ही लोगे, sir, आप तो याद कर ही लोगे, and suddenly you have 10 lines in your hand.
Yeah.
Man, I mean 10 lines if you're giving it to me, you will have to give me at least 1 hour.
Yeah, true.
To memorize it, to work on it, to rehearse it, and to really find the right sur for it. It will not, it will not be that I'll flip through the page and it will get imprinted in my mind. It
Right.
will not.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, not taking your ability for granted is also very important.
True.
And letting people know that no, I need time to prepare myself. I need time to focus and work on the character, go through the scripts. It's I don't know. I mean, we can't be bigger than the medium,
Yeah.
right? An actor can't be bigger than the acting itself. Okay, so that is the mantra that we should be following. Or I especially myself, I keep reminding myself, I am just an actor. They have, this industry and this country has seen thousands of great actors, and they will see many more in future. I'm just in the line. Okay, so let's not take this for granted, the situation for granted when I'm getting choices to make.
True. That's great that you think like that and you are like that. Working with him and hearing these things are also, have you learned the art of saying no? And suppose someone comes with a line, say, Manoj sir ready hai, this one is ready. How does one at that time, how does that actor handle the situation? Sometimes you just give it and be like, let's do it.
Again, so many factors are at play, honestly, on a set. Especially, I think the worst is when you know that you only have maybe 1 hour of daylight remaining.
Yeah.
आपके पास
Then
कोई
what do you
choice
do?
नहीं
Yeah.
है. Yes, what do you do then? Because आप उस location पर दोबारा जा ही नहीं सकते. And बाकी के 200 लोग ready है. But again, practice, process, by then you figure, sometimes you understand कि इस particular situation में क्या ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है.
Yeah.
As an actor, you'll always feel like there was scope for more and better. वो हमेशा रहेगा. But in that moment, even if you do want one more take or if you want those 10 minutes extra to prepare, आप वो शायद in that moment you have to choose कि क्या मैं ये compromise करके मैं बस मुझे याद है ना अभी lines, let me go deliver. अगर 5 minutes extra होंगे, I will ask for one more, but for now let me deliver. I give you an example. In the first film Silence, one when we were doing, हम एक action sequence shoot कर रहे थे, but we were between scenes and at 3 in the morning, you know, we went on set, and now we had to do this drill or whatever.
Right.
And I remember my foot slipped and I had an injury. But immediately शायद मुझे exactly realize भी नहीं हुआ. But I said हाँ okay, and I said ये rehearsal था ना, बस एक take हो जाए, it will be all be okay. But you know, the next thing I know, I was injured and I was in bed for days after that. But in that moment मुझे लगा कि कितना ज़रूरी है कि मैं ये एक शॉट दे दूँ, because हम यहाँ वापस नहीं आ सकते या ये दोबारा नहीं हो सकता. These are just you live and you learn kind of choices. And television was my biggest teacher. उस समय honestly आपको script on the spot दी जाती थी, just before the scene, you know, and आपके multiple शायद sets भी लगे हुए हैं, so आप you know एक set से दूसरी तरफ जा रहे हो, दूसरे location से दूसरे scene में जा रहे हो. There is no time to prepare.
It's not the best way to work, to be honest. Right?
Yes,
right.
It is not.
It isn't. It isn't. And कभी कभार ये भी होता था कि overnight में भी scenes या track change हो जाते थे. So the biggest you know difference between the two mediums was this कि वहाँ पर under any pressure situation, you learn how to handle it or process it. For me, that was my learning.
I always say I always say that, you know, tell the De Niros and the Pacinos of the world to come here and still remain greats.
That is absolutely
That's
right.
golden.
The script is not ready, dialogue, someone is sitting in a corner is writing.
Exactly.
We've been on film sets back in the days where...
Sir, you have to be so convinced for the most bizarre situations, right? You have to portray it with so much conviction.
Also the chaos that you are surrounded with. The chaos you are surrounded with, Rohit, it's immeasurable. I mean, no matter how many times you say silence on the set.
Tell me a set where you had this.
There are many. I mean,
when you're outdoor on the road.
Even on outdoors, I mean, we are not. That's not our education to be silent. You know.
That's true,
That's not in our culture. I mean, people are. I mean, there's such a huge population.
That's true.
We are noisy people.
And shooting dekhni hai sabko.
And shooting dekhni hai sabko.
Right. You know, Manoj, what kind of a cop are these? Like, would Manoj Bajpayee like to do a Singham, Simba kind of a cop? We would like to see you in doing different kind of cop.
I'd like to do all genre.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, it has to be. There are two things. Always, two things I require. If I want to do a mainstream film like Bhaiya Ji, which is coming.
Great teaser, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent teaser.
So, because it is coming from the belief system of the director.
Okay.
That is one. He's not trying to be somebody else.
Right.
Rather, he always wanted to do this genre in his own way. That's his take. Okay. So that is one huge requirement I need from the director. Secondly, if it is just action, then I'm not interested. Is it backed by a very strong emotion or relationship or not? If it is, I'm in for it. You know, I'm ready to put myself through that grind because it is very tough, especially for me, because when I was in my 20s and 30s, nobody gave me that kind of a complete action film. Bhaiya Ji is action film, and now the action director here was very demanding, challenging, and he took the last blood of mine. Okay, he wanted me to do everything. Okay, that 30-year-old or 34-year-old actor does, but I've done it. You know, I know that I went through all kind of knee pain after that.
Wow.
But I would love to do all kind of films. But yes, it should come from the belief system of the director, and the script has to be really good.
Right. You know, like when I saw the teaser of Bhaiya Ji, I feel like, oh, this is a Manoj Bajpayee film.
Right.
That's what you mean, that, you know, people should relate to it that way?
I mean, they should see that, you know, this is one thing also, a new thing that Manoj Bajpayee has tried.
Right.
Let's see how far you are convinced.
Correct.
Because what I have seen, the complete one, we are very happy with it.
Right. You know, Doota was a big one for you. You know, we've seen people start in the south and then this is the other way. Would you like to, you know, is it a space you would like to explore?
I believe I've always done things the other way around. I mean, of course, I always wanted to be an actor, but I got my daily soap break first. and then I got my film break.
Yeah.
And of course, then now there's OTT, and then now, you know, at this point I've chosen to go and learn a new language, and you know, it was my first ever series also, and first
Yes, yeah.
ever in Telugu. First time working with Nag Chaitanya
yeah.
and Vikram and everybody. It was a great experience, but I'd say that I think during COVID, that personal learning for everyone, and that
Right.
you know, going through all of that was such a thing that when this came to me, I was prepared. I think I kind of was. I knew that one really needs to do different things in life, and
Yeah.
with OTT opening up so much, I thought that it was a blessing.
Yeah.
And yes, I was a little nervous. I mean, I was really nervous because when you don't know the language, and you know, in a web series,
Yeah.
you're not limited to songs or certain interaction. It's very communicative. So everything is you know, through communication, dialogues. So but it was a great experience because it's like you keep reinventing for yourself. That happened for me, and that felt really good.
Right. Amazing. It's great to see that even after all these years, both of you are keep growing as actors. Wonderful for us. We are the viewers, so we just have to sit and watch. Very tough job you all have. Thank you. Thank you for entertaining us.
Thank you.
So do
Thank
you.
you.